Hello and welcome, Joe, with India Today. I am Ankit Tyagi. This is the biggest scandal ahead of the 2016 Olympic. Rio-bound wrestler Narsingh Yadav has failed a dope test, which means that his participation is in the upcoming games remains in. Here is the series of events that have unfolded.
All right, we're getting news that wrestler Narsingh Yadav's participation in the upcoming Rio Olympics is under a cloud. Reports claim that the 74 kg freestyle specialist allegedly failed a dope test recently.
It's an absolute shocker. Rio-bound wrestler Narsingh Yadav tested positive for prohibited substance just 2 weeks before the Olympics. An out-of-competition test was done by the National Anti-Doping Agency last month, and both his samples have tested positive. The result has thrown Narsingh's Olympic dream in jeopardy. India Today had accessed the inside story. Narsingh had gone to collect his Rio accreditation but was denied by the IOA. It was then that Narsingh was informed that he had failed a dope test.
Just wanted to confirm that Narsingh has tested positive for a banned substance.
We will try to see that the decision is taken as early as possible.
Okay.
And if the wrestler has actually doped, then he be banned from going to Olympics. Again, the hearing will take place. Then something could be said about the matter.
We're getting some more breaking news. Let's reiterate and tell our viewers that NADA Director General, who has spoken with India Today, has confirmed that Narsingh has been handed a provisional suspension.
NADA Director General Naveen Agarwal confirming our news break and also adding that Narsingh has provisionally been suspended. He also revealed the banned substance was methandinone, an anabolic steroid.
Meanwhile, sources in the Narsingh camp have told India Today that they suspect foul play. Narsingh was at the Sai Centre in Sonipat but has since left the camp.
In fact, they are saying that somebody might have spiked his drink or something like that.
Minutes later, Narsingh's personal coach Jagmal Singh spoke to India Today, who claims conspiracy and suspected foul play at the Sai Centre in Sonipat. That's where Narsingh was training for the Olympics.
इतना सीनियर पहलवान क्या मतलब ऐसी गलती करेगा कोई जिंदगी में? हो सकता है किसी ने ड्रिंक में डाला है या खाने में डाला है या किसी ने प्रोटीन के डब्बे में डाला है. ये पता ही नहीं लग रहा है डाउट किस पे करें. मेरे यही समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
Meanwhile, sources within the Sports Authority of India have told India Today that Narsingh was subject to threat calls and was given the option to practice outside Sonipat. In fact, Haryana police got in touch with Sai a month back and informed about a possible threat to Narsingh. Sai interpreted that threat as possible bodily harm, and despite repeated warnings, Narsingh opted not to train alone. Foul play or not, sabotage or not, a genuine case of doping or not, the fact is, Narsingh is unlikely to be on the plane to Rio as of now. Clearly, time is running out for Narsingh. Sports Bureau, India Today.
All right, this is our top focus in this bulletin, and let me now also introduce Dr. PSM Chandran. He's a sports medicine expert, and Boria Majumdar, our consulting sports editor, for more on this story. Before I go to Boria, let me just ask a quick question to Dr. Chandran, sir. For athletes, I mean, there is a program. Most of them do know about the substance that are banned as far as these Olympic accreditation and participations are concerned. What kind of a substance are, as a list goes, are banned, and which are the things that athletes should watch out for when they're preparing for such big events?
See, the list is never ending. Doping list is never ending. It is not easy for athletes to keep a track of all drugs, but they are very much aware there are drugs which are banned for sportsmen. And most important is mainly anabolic steroids, which are used for power sports. And anybody who is involved in power sport, they should be too cautious that this particular substance did not get into the system.
Okay.
And it gets in the system by 2-3 means. One is intentionally takes it to enhance the performance. Number two, if the doctor in charge prescribes some medication without being aware they are banned.
Okay.
The third is through the food supplements. That's the most common source, and their argument very often goes in that line.
Yeah.
That I might have consumed some food supplement which must have got the positive result.
Okay.
In this case, the time will only tell how the substance entered the body.
Right. Let me now bring in Boria Majumdar for this very important story. Boria, as our expert here was saying, that there are various ways through which these banned substance can find their way inside athletes' body. Narsingh is saying that there might be a sabotage. What do you make of this entire controversy?
Yeah, there are two sides to the story. I mean, firstly, Ankit, Dr. Chandran and I have served on several committees, and both of us will agree that Narsingh is no kid. I mean, 15 days before Rio, suddenly you test positive. 20 days before Rio, what were you doing? There was threat of bodily harm. There were threats that, your participation might be harmed somewhat. You need to be doubly cautious, triply cautious. You need to be extremely careful about all of this. Whether it's sabotage, whether it's not sabotage, whether it's foul play, whether it's not foul play, the fact of the matter is India is shamed. India, in all probability, will now lose out on a 74-kilo quota unless the replacement policy is adopted. And I can tell you, I've spoken to members of the International Olympic Committee. There is a late replacement scheme. It is a tough one. There are doors that will have to be, opened up by the International Indian Olympic Association and Sports Authority of India, whereby they might be allowed, just might be allowed to send a replacement. As far as Narsingh is concerned, this is a massive, massive blow. And to fail 2 samples,
yes,
we were saying chances are very, very, very grim, almost nullified.
Okay, Boria, before I also bring in Rahul, my colleague who's joining us from the newsroom, a very quick question. You were saying that, there is still something that Indian Olympic Association can pull if they want a replacement. But for that, what are the procedure that they will have to go through? And of course, it will be Sushil Kumar, isn't it?
And the NOC is the National Olympic Committee. The IOA will have to request the Rio Organizing Committee that these are exceptional circumstances. There might have been foul play, whatever there might have been. This fellow has failed a dope test,
yes,
whereby we cannot take this. We need to send somebody to fulfill our quota, which was handed to India, which will all probability be Sushil Kumar. Will Rio accept it? Will IOC accept it? We don't know. But theoretically, there is a possibility.
What a twist in the tale. There was a fight about who is going to represent India in the 74-kilogram category at the Olympics. That Narsingh won, but now again, after even getting it from the court, once again there are clouds over whether he can go to Rio or not. Rahul, very quickly, what are the options before Narsingh Yadav now? What is it that he can do, or he can what sort of a case that he can put forward so that he has any sort of chance to go?
Well, obviously not much that he can do. He just has to give his line of defense, which he claims that the sabotage theory that he's been claiming. In fact, yesterday also that is exactly what he's mentioned, and the samples, the supplements that he was having have been sent for lab testing at the NDTL, and Mr. Dr. Chandran is there. He has been to a lot of anti-doping disciplinary panel. He can actually throw more light on this, but let me reiterate what exactly Boria is saying, that the chances are really, really grim for Sushil, because the document, the IOC document that Boria has just circulated, it says very clearly, the second point says that the replacement candidate's name should have been sent to the IOC before 29th of April as the provisional names. Yes. And we all know that was in fact announced by the council of Sushil Kumar also, that his name wasn't sent for that particular in that list.
Dr. Chandran, you have seen such disciplinary hearings. You have also seen appeals coming in from the athletes. Same question to you. What are the chances and what are the things that the body would be looking at even if Narsingh now goes ahead and makes an appeal?
First, before the appeal, the decision of the hearing panel should be out. What they come out with, then only he can appeal. But all said and as Boria has rightly said, the curtains are almost down for Narsingh, especially because the drug in question is anabolic steroid, where there is hardly any leniency shown by most of the hearing panels. Leniency, some of the specified substances, there could be leniency, but as far as anabolic steroid is a non-specified substance, hardly any chances of getting out of the trouble. And the thing is that once he goes for a sanction,
yes,
and the appeal comes, and the appeal has to be made, if in favor of Narsingh, the NADA might go for an appeal.
Okay.
That also you have to keep in mind.
So even if Narsingh goes for an appeal and even if it is upheld, then the NADA also has an option to appeal against that.
If Narsingh is left scot-free by the hearing panel,
Okay.
NADA can go against that with an appeal. Or if Narsingh is punished, he can go with an appeal to the appeal panel. So both ways it can work out.
You know, Boria, it looks like a long-drawn process as far as this is concerned. And as you were rightly pointing out, more than anything else, it has brought shame as far as the Olympic contingent for the country is concerned. So even if it is a long-drawn battle, it is only going to cause, for most people, some sort of an agony, some sort of a shame as far as the Indian contingent is concerned.
Absolutely right, Ankit. I mean, the investigation. Firstly, I can tell you, because Narsingh is crying out foul play, they will DNA test the urine sample with his urine to try and figure out if the sample was changed. So to give him the benefit of doubt, they will do that. I've spoken to senior sources inside. But if the urine sample is found positive, then chapter is closed. Then he's obviously doped and then he's a cheat. If he's a cheat, he'll have to face punishment of at least 4 years. Fact is, 10 days left for the Rio Games. It is almost curtains for Narsingh Yadav. There is no question. Whether we field a replacement, can we field a replacement is question number 2. All said and done, this is massive, massive shame for the Indian Olympic contingent. Narsingh is not going to Georgia tonight. He was denied his accreditation. All said and done, this is a massive goof up. Massive. Wrestling Federation of India will need to answer a lot of questions. Why wasn't a provisional name sent? What are they doing now? Why are they not coming out on record? What was the substance? When was this testing done? We need all details, but the fact is the nation has been shamed no end as a result of this fiasco.
That's right, and it's a real possibility that we won't have representation as far as the 74 kilogram category in Olympic is concerned, something that possibly India would have hoped for a medal this time.